Can you ever be happy in life? This is an important question. It actually might be the most important question that you ever ask yourself. Can you watching, can you ever be happy in life? My name's Tor, and I'm here today to answer the question of can you ever be happy in life and how you can approach this concept, because this is the most important concept in my opinion. This is the one thing that all human beings agree on. We are all trying to be happy. That is one thing that I know that every single person is trying to do in some shape or form. There is not a single person out there who's trying to be miserable. No matter how much you enjoy pain or suffering or whatever you're into, there is not one person out there who wants to be miserable. Everybody wants to experience happiness for as much as you can. So this is, again, one of the most important things that someone can answer. And here's my take on it. Happiness is an emotion. Emotions are designed within human beings to be fleeting. So what that means is an emotion, you may be happy one day, you may be sad the next day. You may be laughing one day, you may be crying the next day. You may be smiling right now, you may be frowning in 5 minutes time. Understanding that concept is what's going to bring you happiness. Now, this is going to sound super counterintuitive, but this is how you have to think about this concept in order to find what happiness actually is. To be happy is to not be sad. However, because the nature of human emotions are fleeting, you have to understand and experience sadness in order to understand and experience happiness. Makes sense so far? So if you ever want to actually be happy in life, you need to accept the fact that there will be times that you are sad. The more that you can accept that your emotions are things that you are going to experience in life, the more that it's going to allow you to be happy and content with experiencing those emotions. So an example might be that something bad might happen to you. Let's say you've made a load of money and then you lose it somehow. Someone steals it from you, I don't know. You have every right in that moment to be sad, angry, frustrated, hurt, all of these emotions. You have every right. But what you need to acknowledge is the fact that while you feel those emotions, you're devoiding yourself of happiness. You are taking away from yourself that ability to be happy. And yes, those emotions are there for a reason. You're experiencing them for a reason. But simultaneously, every second you spend being sad and being angry and frustrated is a second lost being happy. So you need to acknowledge that these emotions are emotions that you're feeling in this moment and say to yourself, how can I reframe the situation to understand or make myself feel happy? Right? And that's a very sad scenario. On the complete flip side, you will get people who are in situations where they're doing really well for themselves. Let's say they earn a lot of money, they've got all the resources they want, they've got a nice family, but they're just not content in life. They feel like there's more. And there's always more, because human desires are infinite. Your desires can go on forever. You will always desire the next thing. You'll always desire more money. You'll always desire more children. You'll always desire more houses, whatever. You'll always desire more of something. So there is always going to be more for you. But you can choose to acknowledge that concept, acknowledge that I'm always going to have a hunger and a thirst for more, because if I didn't have that hunger or thirst for more, I would never achieve anything. I would only ever want less. And in wanting less, that is going to devoid myself of being able to experience more. So again, this is how you get yourself into a mindset of happiness, is that you realize that happiness itself is merely the acknowledgement that you're going to experience a life full of different experiences. You're going to experience good and bad. You're going to experience up and down. You're going to experience highs and lows. These are all things that you are going to experience. You cannot run from them. Running from them is going to cause you more suffering. You have to go through them, but understand them for what they are. See them, observe them, and accept them. And that is how you're able to remain in a place of happiness for the longest possible period. People are going to tell you all these kind of things about happiness of, oh yeah, you know, just write down what it is that you love doing and so on. Even myself, I talk about finding your purpose all the time. That's the thing that's going to help you find what makes you fulfilled. But in the journey to finding your purpose, you're gonna have ups and downs every single day. You might have sleepless nights. You might have things that you really hate about the whole experience. But here's the thing. You need to accept that those are gonna happen, and you need to be happy that those are gonna happen. And you need to say to yourself, I love the fact that these bad things are gonna happen. I love the fact that I'm able to experience sadness because that helps me to experience happiness. And that's how you frame yourself in a place of being happy all the time. There is no possible way for you to ever be happy until you acknowledge that there's ups and downs in life. Too many times people try and avoid losing, or we have this whole mentality of failure is bad, or taking an L, taking a loss is bad. But because you think that in your head, that is why you can't experience happiness. Because you keep thinking to yourself, I don't want to take a loss. So in trying not to take a loss, you're avoiding yourself of happiness because you're worried about experiencing sadness. Whereas me, I embrace sadness. I want everything bad to happen to me. Everything bad happen to me because I want to go through that, because I know that the only way I'm going to be able to remain happy is if I can accept all those bad experiences. Then that means I can be happy in any single scenario. So whether you're experiencing life from a place where you have everything and you're still not happy, or whether you're experiencing life from a place where you have nothing and you're still not happy, you can choose this moment right now to be happy. You can select to be happy. That is an option that you have at your disposal at any time. Observe what it is you're going through, experience what it is you're going through, and feel what it is you're going through, and say to yourself that I love that experience and I'm enjoying life as it is.